Hello, Geminis, and welcome to this, your February reading and predictions. Thank you so much for trusting your instincts and clicking on this video. This video is intended for anybody born under the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Basically, let's just call it the Gemini Collective. My name is Marnie, also known as the Intuitive Butterfly. I am a psychic medium. I am also a certified counselor and a certified hypnotherapist with more than 25 years experience in this space. Yeah, 25 years. Wow. Today we're going to look at where you're at now here in the end of January, moving into February, what's coming up for you, what you don't see coming, challenges, difficult influences, lots of information coming up. Ooh, Gemini. All right. Interesting. You've got something going on in your life right now, Gemini, a duality going on. And the reason I say that is because the card that came out in the middle is the Lover's card, an indication that you've got something going on romantically, possibly, but there's confusion. There's a duality going on. So you've got the Lover's card here in the middle. And the Lover's card came out between the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Let's start with the Lover's card. The Lover's card is a card of partnerships. Most often, it refers to romantic relationships. When we read the tarot, Gemini, we always read based on the cards that are surrounding, especially if major arcana comes up and then minor arcana is surrounding that major arcana card. The Lovers is a major arcana card. It's an important card. It holds more weight and more energy and more meaning than some of the other cards. So that's why I started with the Lovers card, despite the fact that it was the second card that came out for you. Sorry, it's not the Seven of Swords you have, it's the Six of Swords that you have. My mistake, my bad. Either way, the Six of Swords is about walking away or leaving something that and it's about walking away from something that wasn't serving your highest good, Gemini. And the Six of Swords has an energy of sometimes walking away under the cover of night, sneaking away, what nowadays we call ghosting someone. It is unpleasant. It's unfair. It's not a nice thing to do to someone, and it's not a nice thing to have it done to you. I get the sense, Gemini, that somebody has walked out of your life. And they did so in a manner that caught you off guard. You weren't expecting them to walk away. You still, with the Lover's card being here, you still have feelings for that person. And you're not sure what to do with what's happened. You're not sure whether you should chase or wait for them to come back. The next card that you have is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of timing. It's a card that says, if you want something, you're going to have to go out and get it. In the Osho Zen deck. Now, if any of you are interested in any of the decks that I use today, there are affiliate links down below. But in the Osho Zen deck, the Nine of Pentacles is actually called the ripeness card. And it shows a character on it who is on the verge of picking a piece of ripe fruit. It means that work has been put in. Now, in tarot, we always go from the Ace card up, and it tells a little story for each one of the suits in the tarot. And in the Pentacles, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about planting seeds. We have the Eight of Pentacles, which is about tending those seeds, caring for them, nurturing them. And the Nine of Pentacles is about, oh, sorry, there is no person on this card, but the Nine of Pentacles. And I wanted to pull this out just because it resonates better. The pictures on certain cards resonate better for certain people. And I felt called to pull this card out for you, Gemini. This card is ripeness, and it corresponds to the Nine of Pentacles. It's exactly the same as the meaning on this little card that came up for you next to the Lovers. And what this is telling me is someone, either you left or ghosted someone else in a way that was unfair. You didn't give a relationship an opportunity because your thoughts were elsewhere, or someone else did that to you and they left in the middle of the night. Ghosted you. Just, no, I'm done. It could even be that it was mutual, Gemini. But regardless of that, if what you want is to rescue that particular relationship, the Nine of Pentacles is saying the timing is right and you're going to have to take some action on it. Because if you don't, it's going to disappear. And the fruit on the tree is going to rot before you have a chance to pick it. If you don't want to rescue the relationship where there was ghosting or nastiness or walking away or whatever the case may be, then the Lovers next to the Nine of Pentacles is saying someone new is potentially coming in, but the timing is right. You got to take action. You got to let the person know how you feel. If you don't let someone know, someone that you care about, if you don't let them know how you feel, how are they going to know? Okay. What are you focusing on? Actually, let's go over here. I'm going to just tuck this Nine of Pentacles back into the middle of the deck. What are you actually going to really dig your teeth into during February? What did you want to focus on during February, Gemini? Okay. What we're going to have to do is we're going to end up picking up cards and mixing them up because we've got probably about 8 or 9 cards here and we don't need them. Actually, there's about 12 cards here. Gemini. What is Gemini planning to focus on during February? Okay, there we go. 3 cards. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and 15, 16 is the Moon. Silence. The Six of Swords is going to come up next to the Lovers again. Somebody ghosted you or you ghosted someone else. There was the ending of something and it was unfair to the people involved as to how it ended. It's causing you to feel like an outsider or you are isolating yourself. One of those two things, Gemini. Why are you doing that? Because you're focusing on morality, morals. Did I do the right thing? Did they do the right thing? And you're caught up in your mind. And you're going around and around and around and around and around in circles. Best way out of that? Shut it down. Silence. Concentrate on the future. Like I said, this card corresponds to the Moon card. The Moon card is about going quietly within, paying attention to your dreams. But this card is also about actually paying attention to your dreams at night. And if necessary, beginning the practice of lucid dreaming so that you can get out of this energy, so that you can stop the isolation, the feeling like an outsider. I get the sense that there's work for you to do, Gemini, right now. It's not insurmountable, but you're distracted. You're distracting yourself. The way out of that is the silence card, the moon card. Pay attention to your dreams. This card also, because it's the moon card, represents stages and phases. And recognizing that what you are going through is a stage or a phase. We know that the moon has all of her different phases, her waxing phase, her waning phase, her full moon phase, her new moon phase. Okay. Whatever it is that you're experiencing right now, Gemini, it's a stage or a phase. And the sooner that you get out of your head and get into and stop with the repetition. And I know that this video is becoming repetitious because I'm picking up on your energy. You got to get out of here. Normally at this point in the reading, I would pull cards for you, Gemini, of what your difficult influences and challenges are. But you know what? Your difficult influences and challenges are healing, the Six of Swords, figuring out what it is you want in a relationship. What does a relationship look like for you? Has the person already come into your life and there was a ghosting situation? Or is there someone new on the horizon? Are you still looking and seeking, Gemini? And recognizing that timing is important here. Are you feeling like the outsider? Are you going to sit in that energy? This is all stuff that I don't need to pull cards of difficult influences and challenges because you got enough on your plate right now. Why don't we pull some cards that talk to us about how does Gemini extricate themselves from this? What does Gemini need to do to heal these situations? What steps does Gemini need to take to move into positivity? What is that card going to do? Okay. Okay, Gemini. What steps do you need to take to move out of this energy? Okay. You have to make a decision. Yeah, there's some positivity coming in here. You have to get this. You had the Five of Pentacles over here, this outsider card here. You have the Five of Pentacles coming in again. Look at the character on this card. Similar energy. Self-isolation. Isolating ourselves, wallowing in our own problems. Why are you doing that? Because you have to make a decision. You have the Two of Wands here. Two of Wands, anytime we see a two in the tarot, it's about making a decision. It's just a question of what that decision pertains to. In the circumstance of the Two of Wands, it's about making a decision and then taking some damn action on it, Gemini. Not making a decision and then going back to scrolling. Not making a decision on it and then going, yeah, well, maybe I'll go back into this Queen of Swords and the morality of it and question it some more, and I don't know. No, the Queen of Wands is saying, I pulled these cards specifically for what is Gemini's way out of this particular negative situation. Sitting and wallowing or making a decision and a choice and stepping up and stepping into your life. No longer living in fear. Because the very next card you have is the Nine of Wands. Look at the character on that card. Somebody threw a whole bunch of wands at that character. They just kept chucking stuff. I don't like you. You're not good enough. All of these wounds were chucked at this character. And the character had a choice to sit in their morality, to sit in feeling like an outsider, to walk away and be nasty to other people, Or what did this character do? The character chose to take those wands and build a fence and stand in her power. It's not about him or her, male or female. It's about taking what you have and using what you have, the lessons that you have already learned, Gemini, and using those lessons and what you already have and empowering yourself to heal. Hi, Geminis. Sorry about the pause or the glitch in the video. My son's kitten got himself into something that he shouldn't have. Had to go run and help. Okay, so where were we? We were with this Nine of Wands, where we're recognizing our own power and our own strengths. And instead of taking all of our wounds and sitting in the negativity of them, our way out of this situation, Gemini, is to use what we have, be creative, build ourselves up. You have the world, the star, and the Six of Wands coming in. By the way, you're going to want to pay attention to the number 6 and the number 5. The 5th and 6th of February. Something's going to come up around the 5th or 6th of February, Gemini. You're going to want to pay attention to that. You have the World card and the Star card coming in for how you can get out of this situation. The World card is a card of leveling up. It's a card of saying, hey, I've gone to the school of hard knocks, and instead of allowing it to knock me down, I built a fence and I'm standing in my power. I'm recognizing that all of this stuff that I've been through has actually made me stronger. It hasn't made me this outsider. It hasn't made me this person that I need to isolate the world from. It's empowered me. That's the lesson of the World card. It's the lesson of looking at, what do I need to let go of? What shit do I need to leave in the past? It may be an ex. Attachments to the past. Let go. If it's no longer serving you, let it go, Gemini. The Five of Pentacles is about holding on to the past. And when we hold on to the past, what do? We drag a bunch of baggage along with us. Let go of the past. It's dragging you back. You have the Star coming in here. The Star card, I do want to point out, is the card of Aquarius. It's represented by the sign of Aquarius. The Star card is about the stars aligning in your favor, Gemini. Again, it's a card of timing. You already have a card of timing here with the Nine of Pentacles. Now you have another card here. The stars are aligning in your favor. If there's something that you want, there's that saying again. If there's something you want in life, go grab life by the balls and take it. What's the worst that can happen? The other person says, no, I left you for a reason. Or the other person says, yeah, oops, it was a mistake, a misunderstanding. Or maybe you say, that wasn't right for me, and now I'm ready and putting it out to the universe for something new to come in. Either way, there's healing and there's a change in perspective that has to happen, Gemini. And one of the biggest changes in perspective that you need, I think, is this Nine of Wands, and you also have the Six of Wands here. And like I said, Nine of Wands is about making lemonade out of lemons, right? Taking the wands and the stuff that other people chuck at you and making a fence and calling yourself proud. And then you have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of accolades and accomplishments. It's a card of looking at yourself and going, you know what? I am worthy. I am good enough. I think for some of you, the fact that someone may have walked away from you, ghosted you, that brought up the I'm not good enough wound for you. That's what's causing you to want to isolate and withdraw. That's what's causing you to go into morality. When you make the choice to step into your life, to make lemonade out of lemons, when you accept that you are good enough, the stars are going to align. Any final words for Gemini? Let's take a look. Final words and messages for Gemini. All right. The fairies are going a little bit crazy. We are going to have to, if any more cards come out, we're going to be mixing them up. Yep. And there's going to be a bunch more. Look at all these cards that didn't go back in. So we're going to ink those ones out. There we go. And here we go again, Gemini. Let's mix up what's come out and narrow this down. Final thoughts, final words for Gemini on this situation, on this February. Final words and thoughts. 2 to 3 cards, please. Okay, that's not 2 to 3 cards. The moon. You already had the moon card. We saw it once already. Stages and phases. Pay attention to your dreams. Oh my God. Really? Remember what I said? You need to pay attention to 6. The 6th of February is going to be really, really important. You have the 6 of Swords here. You have the 6 of Wands coming out here. And now you have the 6 of Pentacles coming out. 6 of Pentacles is a card of karma, Gemini. What goes around comes around. So if this was a situation where someone else ghosted you, broke your heart, walked away, and you don't understand why, and it ripped open that I'm not good enough wound, rest in the knowledge that what goes around comes around. And don't, okay. With a card of karma, when karma comes up, what you don't want to go to is that place in your mind where you're actually wishing ill will on anyone else or wishing karma upon that person, because that actually brings more negative karma on you. What you want to do, Gemini, in this particular situation is to sit in a place of neutrality and just trust in the law of karma. Now, having said that, if it was you that did this 6 of Swords to someone else, can you heal karma? Yes, you can. But you might want to be more careful in the future when in matters of the heart. You have the renewal card. This is the judgment card. And it's interesting that you have the judgment card right next to the karma card. The 6 of Autumn, also known as the 6 of Pentacles, the karma card, sitting next to the judgment card. Yeah, this is a card that one of the lessons that you need to learn in the month of February and that you need to heal is do unto others as you would have done to you. The golden rule. You put shit out into the world, shit comes back to you. You put love, joy, peace, caring, unconditional love. You put that stuff out into the world, it comes back to you. Sit in judgment of yourself. What have you been putting out into the world? because it's going to get reflected back to you eventually. That's your lesson in February. You have the Eight of Summer. Eight of Summer is about walking away. It corresponds to the Eight of Cups. It's about walking away from something. Perhaps walking away from a relationship that's no longer serving your highest good. Walking away from a past relationship where you got ghosted or you ghosted them. Why would you want to do that? Because the last two cards in your reading, Gemini, are the Ten of Cups and the Sun card. In the tarot, there are three cards that are considered the happiest cards in the deck. The Sun card, the Star, and the Ten of Cups. These are the three happiest cards in the entire deck, Gemini. Your happily ever after is right around the corner for you. In fact, this card is the happily ever after card. And it's right around the corner for you. Once you do this healing, once you sit in judgment of yourself, and you recognize and acknowledge your wrongs, and you come into a place of acceptance, once you move into a place of forgiveness, once you release the past, once you heal the I'm not good enough wound, once you recognize it's okay to make lemonade out of the lemons that life threw at you, wow. Happily ever after? Yeah. I got nothing left to say, Gemini. You've got a tough road to walk for the first part of February. You've got some tough lessons that you need to learn. But I'm telling you, once you've learned those lessons, holy smokes, there is something really, really beautiful right around the corner for you. With that, I'm going to leave off your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Please like and subscribe. And if you are interested in a private reading, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Take care, everyone.